Okay, we're looking at 3A, section B of your 2019 paper. Alright, so this one I've discussed in class. Most of you have already written that, because of the scenic beauty due to the cliffs and hills. Okay, now you forgot to mention where. Most of you just said because of contour lines, but where? Okay, so as seen from contour lines, so close contour lines at the coast. Okay, and inland. Okay, so that will tell me where the cliffs and hills are. All right, other than that, people talk about the castle, English heritage site, okay, museums, all this is fine. This is why you get your 3 marks already. Okay, now part B. Okay, this is very poorly done by many of you. You misinterpret the question. Now the question asks you to use figure 5 to compare the trends in tourism between 2000 and 2016. Now trends means changes over time. Okay, so what some of you do is 2000 compare with 2016. You misinterpret the question. Okay, if you compare 2000 how much, 2016 how much, that is not a trend. You must compare a few years with few years. So what are you exactly supposed to compare? Well, the changes of tourist arrivals versus the employment. Okay, so this is what some of you. So 3 marks, 3 marks, 3 comparisons. If you can give me both similarity and differences, that would be the best. Okay, so some of you said both tourist arrivals and employment in tourist industry increased from 2000 to 2016. Okay, but if you want to quote me figure, how many million people? Okay, so there will be 1 mark. That's the similarity. Okay, that's how you zoom into differences. You see that 2004 to 2008, and tourist arrivals dropped by this amount, but employment in tourist industry increased. Okay, or some of you said 2008 to 2012, tourist arrivals have a rapid increase, but employment in tourist industry is small increase. Okay, or some of you said from 2000 to 2016, although both is an increase, employment is a steady increase, but tourist arrivals, fluctuate before it increase rapidly. Okay, or some of you said that 2000 to 2016, tourist arrivals increase rapidly, but employment in tourist industries increase very slowly. Okay, so many variations, differences you can talk about. Please, up to you. Okay, but remember to quote figures. Okay, so maybe just write down. Okay, maybe from 2004 to 2008, tourist arrivals decrease by, but employment in tourist industry, don't use short form. I'm just writing it so that I can type quickly for you. Increase by how much? Okay, from 2000 to 2016, TA increased rapidly by how much? But increase slowly by slightly how much? Okay, so these are possible answers. Alright, so 1 similarity, 2 differences. Since there's a similarity involved, 1 mark is reserved for those who can give me both sides. Okay, last one. Developments in technology are main reasons for the growth in global tourism. How far do you agree? Okay, so you need to take from your notes. About tourism. Okay, let me open up the notes on tourism. Okay, so the main growth on tourism, this is the one. Okay, this is the one, the last part. Alright, why are there such trends? Why are there growth in tourism? Okay, so you can talk about any of these together. Alright, to talk about developments in technology, you can talk about demand factors, you can talk about destination factors. Alright, now some of you talk about this, is fine, but don't forget to emphasize that. Now you must also remember, we are talking about what happened since the 1960s. Okay, so you need to link it back to the what actually happened. Alright, so some of you say better affordable transport, just say roads and bus. No, you need to talk about aircrafts. It is because aircrafts become much better, that is why there is a huge increase in global tourism. Okay, now some of you just said budget airline came about. They never define for me what's budget airline. You must tell me that the airlines with low fares and usually cheaper fares than major airlines. Okay, So need to tell me all these key things over here. Okay, some of you said disposable income, this is the amount left. You just tell me increase, never tell me why. It's due to rapid economic growth in LDCs. Just these small lines difference will make you so much better than the rest. Okay, because the examiners have complimented such people, such answers. Okay, so remember, always define your term first before you elaborate further. Okay, now one major problem with many of you, a lot of you just said therefore there is a growth in global tourism. I told you before, if you repeat the question stem, this is not an explanation. You need to break down what this means. So growth in global tourism means that there's more people traveling globally. You need to talk about this. Okay, now this in between one, how it leads to how tourists feel, therefore more people traveling. This one is not done consistently. Some of you remember to put, some of you didn't remember to put. Okay, so remember one rule of thumb: when you decide what to explain, first break down the question stem. Okay, next define the question stem. Next, maybe you can consider what is the feelings and actions individuals will take first before it becomes global. Okay, that will help you make sure you write a more complete explanation. Okay, and when you write the details, always remember to define the terms first. Alright, that's all.